Morning. Just get a bit of a walk on before I start talking. I think about like disperses are dark because I was just thinking about that this morning. Something strange just happened. I don't know if it was strange or it was me because it's dark in the morning, but it was a bit weird, but then I can't say weird because this world is a strange and wonderful place and things do go on, non-physical as well, so I'll tell you what happened in a minute on the way. I've been walking here. Ooh, it's a bit hot now. Talking about light disperses the dark. The sky. It was very dark when I came out, and then obviously the light appears and the dark disperses as it will. Sort of gets chased away. Hey RW, how are you? Joining me in the morning. Keeping me company for those that come in the morning. Yeah, I'll tell you about what happened in a minute. And is it Sue there? Sue. Hi Sue, you're always up early as well. You're from the UK, but I mean, I don't think it's mega early now, but it's early enough for some. I think it's just gone out for 6, I'm not sure. Let me get past this car park where I tripped up the other day. Get out of the park. There's a little black cat there. He's up early. I'm going to try and catch his eyes in the light, you know, in the cat's eyes. Haven't been lately been laid up. Oh, have you? You been alright, Sue? Oh. Hi, National. Yeah, and I've started with, well, once I started, I can feel the presence of the sniffles coming on. But, oh good, I'm glad to. That normally happens around this time, around October. Crossover, you know that, because we've changed seasons anyway. And then, normally, just before Christmas, about 3 days, but yeah, that's just normal. People forget that's quite normal, but yeah, I won't be going for anything that they try to put out at the end of the year this sort of time, because it's just rest time, isn't it? And I always think that's your body telling me anyway, especially when we cross over in seasons. And I have hay fever as well in summer, so yeah. Right, just get across this main road. Oh no, nothing. I'm going to tell you what's happened in a minute when I get across the main road. It was a bit like, what was that? So when I get across this road, I'll tell you. You can tell me if you've seen anything or anybody in the comments later. But like I said, it might have just been me because it's dark in the morning, but I just thought it was weird. And it gave me a bit of a weird sensation as well, so... But I was thinking on the title, Light Disperses Dark. So when I get down here, I'll tell you what happens further up the road. Well, it was a lot darker than it is now. So like I said, the light's beginning to come. That's what people have got to remember in the darkest times. The light always comes, the morning always comes, the dawn always comes, so there's always something brighter on the horizon. You know, we're not stuck in the dark forever. Might feel like it to some people, but you know. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. So, few seconds to get down here. So we've got Sue, RW National, joining me. I think we've got a couple of others, but some people I know just listening, which is fine. So, let's get round this bend. See? Getting lighter. All the magpies around here. So, yeah. So I'm walking to work and I'm thinking about, protection, how, to me, because there's a lot of light on earth at the minute, people switching themselves on, coming out of fear. You could call it the dark side. They know this and they fear it because it's just an inevitable thing that's happening. So, hang on. What time is it, Sue? It's happening and nothing can stop it. I believe, like years back, when people used to switch themselves on and come enlightened to the self and the truth of, what's really going on in this world, they'd switch themselves on, then you are like a beacon. But because the dark that was in at the time was prominent, more power, more lovely, what's going on there now? They would see those people and go after them. So, yeah, hang on. Know what I'm saying. Six, 8, 8 scissors. Yeah, so further up, because there's a guy behind me who's don't know what he's doing. Further up, when I was walking to it, I was like thinking about protection and all that, and thinking about how the light disperses the dark and how they know they're not winning, and it's just totally different now to years and years ago. People used to get more attacks because it was just easy for them, and it would sort of put them in fear, so they wouldn't switch their lights on and they wouldn't stay shining. We all know this. So as I was thinking that, I was going past some trees, not like I am now, they were on, like this is covered up, it's more like a tunnel of trees, and I saw like a dark, like when a bin bag gets whipped up in the wind and it just sort of floats up, looks a bit ghostly. It was like that, but it wasn't a bin bag because it was small, but it was sort of shaped like a funny shape, a bit like when you think of what's the film, Ghost, when the dark shadowy people came. Shadow people, and it was only small, but then I thought, was it a bird? But then I was thinking, well, it made me look at it weirdly, because if a bird, for those of you within chat, and I know there is shadow people, even my fella saw one when he was younger, if a bird was on the ground, I'm going to have to watch birds now, and I know from having birds as well, but if a bird was on the ground going to fly to a tree, they have to flap the wings, don't they? They don't just, this just went up, it wasn't moving any wings. If you look again and you think, oh, it was a little blackbird, because it was all black, I couldn't see anything, it's like a shadow, but it didn't It didn't fly like you think a bird would, because I'm sure a bird has to flap its wings to take flight. This just, like, it just went up. You know, as if like a piece of cloth was on a string and someone pulled it. That's what it was like, and it gave me a funny feeling like, oh my god. But then I was thinking, if light disperses the dark, and there was some sort of energy hanging around there, I put protection up before I got to that spot, because that's what I was thinking about, and it dispersed, if you get what I'm saying. Don't know if anyone's had that experience, but you know what I mean by looking like a bin bag or a piece of cloth that went up. So yeah, it's pitch black, but there's normally a guy that goes past on a bike, and then this guy who's behind me, he just turned round as did a big spin when I came down. But he's got stuff on his back, I think. From far away he looks really freaky. He looked mega tall because he had something, but I think he's got a fishing rod, because I am actually near where you can go fishing, which I'm about to walk over now. There's like a bridge and then a river, and there's like fishing things, so I know they go fishing here, so I think that's what he's doing. But he's not come out of where I've just walked, because I've just bombed it down there thinking talking to you lot. I know I'm talking to someone, so you know, don't know. He's still not popped out yet, so I don't know what he's doing. He had headphones on as well, so it was there's a river down there, you see, so I'm thinking yeah. But anyway, not that I was bothered about that. Yeah, you have people walking around. So I don't know if anyone's had that experience about I guess you could say shadow people, because I've heard a lot of people saying that they've seen that, or like my fellow, I think, said once when he was little, there was someone in, I don't know if he said it was at his nanny's or his mum's, but he saw, you know, the outline of what you'd say was a person, but I think it was all dark. That's why people call it shadow people. So that didn't really have like, that wasn't a human form. It was like, I don't know. Like I said, it could have been playing tricks because it was dark, but like I said, it's when you get that feeling. It was like, I see lots of birds on the way to work all over, especially magpies, and that was just like, because it made me stop and go, what was that? So just sort of share it, just in case people have got any comments on that. But like I said, light dispersing the dark. The dark is leaving this planet, or it's changing the planet, or it's changing within people. I think people are starting to bring their souls back in. Sometimes we say souls people. I just think there's people who have given bits of the soul away, and they're forgetting who they are. And when they remember, you know, we are from the one, you know, the all source light, and you start taking it back. I'm just getting in now, you know, like if the darkness, I don't know what the right word is, if the darkness, word's going and I can't say, the darkness, and I was going to say envelopes, but I don't know what the right word is, you know, grabs a piece of light and covers it up, that light will burst out at some point, when it knows who it is. Until they need to hold us in darkness with fear. Exactly, that's why we're saying, oh, don't fear, because it's fear that gets people in the situations they're in. Everything is choice, you know. When we talk about parallel, you could say parallel universes, or, you know, next to us, quantum, whatever, it's all the same to me. It's basically telling her your future is there. And like I've said with them storybooks you used to have as a kid, where they had two endings, you could go back and redo it but take the other path on a different story. That's what it's like. You choose to tell your story with the choices you make, and depending on your mindset and everything of how you think something is. Like I said, a lot of us say there's one truth, but there's many different ways of looking at it. Like this wall, if I'm looking at it from this side, what it looks like. From the other side, it'll probably have bricks in it and mesh and stuff. It looks totally different. but it's still the same truth. But it's up to you with the choices you make, which shouldn't be out of fear. Mainly when they're out of fear, gets you into acting out of fear, and that's when we normally make bad choices. So you do have another parallel universe, world next to you that you could be in when you take the better choice for self, which is within you and you know within your body, than just in your head and your ego and stuff like that. You know, and things will change. That changes the frequency and takes you on to a different, you know, way of looking at things. And you could say a different parallel universe. It all depends on choice. Dolly, you have helped me, and Penny, thank you, kiddo. Oh, thanks, Nathan. I don't know what with, I just hope it's keeping people positive through these times. Like I said, I've met Nathan and his daughter before, beautiful little girl. Like I said, maybe another meet-up's due, maybe in the new year, spring, summer, if anyone's interested, maybe, you know, maybe. So I know a lot of good people came to that and we didn't have enough time. And I know you, Nathan, you know, had your daughter and she was a lot younger then, and like I said, kids that are younger age are hard work. I don't care what anyone says. They have their own individual minds and they want to be here and everywhere. And obviously where we were, like I said before, she wanted to look around, so you didn't get to sit with kids. Never sit still, so you know it's hard if you're going somewhere and you want to have a chat with people and then you've got kids, because that's just what happens. You know, distraction and everything. So it's not a bad thing, but obviously, well, for being you, thank you. Well, that's all I ever have been on here. I have different aspects of myself. You know, my goody self I have, but I've always just done what I've done, and I always will do. If new things come in, that's just because I'm growing. You get people who shout out about people screaming they've changed. It's like, you're supposed to be changing. I've not changed in myself. I've not changed on certain things I hold dear or believe in. But anything else, I can let go of. If it doesn't, you know, if it's not doing me any good, you've got to move from it. So I'm at work. Hi Larry, nice to see you. And I finished early today, thank God. I might, hopefully I'll be on over the weekend. Might be tonight, but I don't think it'll be tonight. Just saying that, I shouldn't put time to it. Maybe Saturday, but I will be coming with a reading for next week. But yeah, that today was a bit weird, but then again, like I said, light disperses dark. I wasn't in fear. If you're not in fear, it disperses anyway. So thanks for coming in, and thanks for your comments, and I'll see you later. But if you have had that experience, comment in the comments later. Bye.